Scientists have long known that Paraquat, also known as gramoxone, is toxic. Paraquat is so toxic, in fact, that a single sip of the herbicide can kill an adult. But in recent years, evidence has accumulated showing that repeated exposure to Paraquat in low doses may be linked to the development of Parkinson's disease. According to one study, exposure to Paraquat increases the risk of Parkinson's by 150%. More than 60 countries have banned the use of Paraquat. Despite growing health concerns and legal challenges over the herbicide's connection to Parkinson's, the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency has done little to restrict its use. With Paraquat's use increasing in the U.S., agricultural workers and farmers continue to face exposure risks. Many have already filed lawsuits claiming that they developed Parkinson's disease as a result of exposure to Paraquat, and that Paraquat manufacturer Syngenta failed to warn about this serious risk. Paraquat is widely used by farmers in the production of crops, including corn, soy, cotton, peanuts, wheat, almonds, strawberries, grapes, sweet potatoes, and others. Its use has doubled over the past decade, and it's expected to grow due to its effectiveness on superweeds that have developed resistance to glyphosate, that is, Roundup. It can also be used for the desiccation of crops, such as cotton, prior to harvest. In total, farmers apply more than 10 million pounds of Paraquat each year. Because of the dangerous toxicity levels, the EPA classifies Paraquat as a restricted use pesticide. Only certified applicators who undergo EPA-approved training are able to use Paraquat products. There are no homeowner uses for Paraquat, and the herbicide may not be applied in residential areas or around schools, parks, golf courses, or playgrounds. Scientific research has concluded that those who use Paraquat are twice as likely to develop Parkinson's disease in the future. Not only that, but those who live in an area where Paraquat is used are also at risk, as the wind can carry the airborne chemical into neighborhoods and other populated areas. The company responsible for the pesticide refused to acknowledge the potential risks and exposed thousands of innocent individuals to a hazardous chemical for over a decade. Farmers and agricultural workers who work directly with and around Paraquat are at the greatest risk of being exposed. Exposure is most likely to occur in the following ways: mixing or loading it, spraying, maintaining tanks and equipment used to spray Paraquat, spending times in fields where it was sprayed. Exposure risks aren't limited to people involved in agriculture, though. Evidence also suggests that Paraquat can drift from the application site to nearby communities. Thus, people living in agricultural areas may be exposed to Paraquat that is applied to crops. It may contaminate ground or well water and even contaminate fruits, vegetables, nuts, and grains that are sold to the public. Syngenta, the makers of Paraquat, knew the risks of their product yet failed to disclose it to the public, which allowed thousands of agricultural workers to be exposed without any knowledge of the harmful side effects. If you or a loved one were diagnosed with Parkinson's disease due to pesticide exposure, call 1-689-304-2660 to be connected with a partner of the Law Center near you for a free case evaluation.